Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu and I had to reset the stream because I had issues on my part, but hey, this is live stream, so this is my 20th time doing this, maybe 6th, between those two numbers of me live streaming. But let's not talk about me, let's go and talk about what we had before us. We had the Heaven and Hell Dota 2 tournament going on right now, and the admin said, hey CulBlu, can you cast? I was like, yeah, sure, why not, because I want to cast some awesome games, and this is going to be an awesome game. I'm expecting greatness from both of these teams. This is Isot Pelit versus Personal Space Invaders. Honestly, I haven't seen either of these guys play. I'm just expecting to see some awesome Dota. The Heaven and Hell Dota 2 tournament has been going on for, I want to say, about a week now. So this will be its second week that it's been going through. And I'll bring the brackets up as soon as I possibly can, but I have to go ask admin for brackets because I don't have the brackets. Okay, cool. Just queried for brackets. And while I'm doing that too, let me go ahead and do something fancy. Actually, no. Let me not do anything fancy, because we got stuff to talk about, guys. I'm already a little bit behind, as you guys can already see. We have 2 bans and 1 pick. 2 bans on one side, 1 pick on the other side, and we got Elder Titan picked up, or banned out, Batrider banned out. Elder Titan very strong support as of late. It seems like every single game I see him play, I have to say that he's stronger than he was last time. Because of the fact that people are starting to respect the fact that he's definitely a huge presence in these games. His Astral Spirit just basically gives him free movement speed, free damage, and just free. It's a very spammable spell, relatively low cooldown for what it does, and also it makes him very difficult to gank because he can just throw it around the corner, see the whole entire gank coming his way, and then he'll just back away and be fine. So having him banned out makes a lot of sense. Batrider banned out for obvious reasons. Blink Lasso 4 staff. Still very annoying to deal with and very dangerous to deal with. Nature's Prophet, he's going to be banned out for Pelit. Pelit. He's going to be banned out for Pelit, and they also banned out the Wisp, so they're trying to get rid of all the global ability that they will have out of their parts. And hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I had issues on my part, but hey, this is live. Well, my stream is live.
10 seconds remaining.
There we go.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, the hilarity. Anyway. So yeah, sorry, I got my streaming going down. Alright, cool. That means I should get a little bit better frame rate, and that is very true. Cool. We see Troll being picked up, and also Visage being picked up on the side of Pelit, and they also are, and they're going to be going up against a Nagastar and Weaver combination picked up already. One of my friends, Small P, pointed this out before, that Naga and Weaver are a very powerful combination. I personally don't see it, but Naga and Weaver, I have seen them put on the same team for quite a bit, and whenever Naga's on the same team as Weaver, that team usually has the better trialing as a result. Naga does really well versus a Weaver. Weaver, he can pretty much get away from probably can't get away all that well versus the Naga, but the fact of the matter is there's no net to deal with the Weaver now. And that is a very easy thing to use early on just to deal with the Weaver. So having them on the same team ensures that 1, Personal Space Invaders secure that net so they can have their own powerful trialing, and 2, they secure the Weaver so he can be very annoying in the mid game to late game. And he can just become scary if he gets the biggest items that he can get, such as a Desolator, such as an MKB, such as a Butterfly. I don't think I've ever seen a Weaver go for Butterfly, but it can happen.
10 seconds remaining.
I see. Okay. Alright, so we were actually in the losers bracket for this whole entire tournament. We were in this is the best of 1 series. Everything is best of 1 series, I'm assuming, in the losers brackets. But this is the teams I'm in, I think. Hold on. Internet's doing something. There we go. Internet gonna go do work. And while it's doing work, I'm gonna go talk about this ban. We saw Timbersaw ban, we see an OD ban, we also see a Darkseer ban and a Prophet ban. Saw the Prophet ban before, but the Darkseer ban, I'm not too surprised to see that. Darkseer is still a very solid off laner. He's one of the more stable off laners you can pick, as opposed to picking somebody like a Troll or not a Troll Lord, as opposed to picking somebody like a Elder Titan to go on off lane. Darkseer fits a lot more compositions because he can just surge out if things do get bad, or he can surge somebody else out in the mid game. In late game, his wall becomes more powerful. The more powerful the enemy carries become, because he makes an illusion of them, and they get all the auras, they get all the damage, or most of the damage that the carry did. So those are all things to consider when trying to figure out why Darkseer is always a popular pick. And having him banned out means that Pelit won't have to worry about him. So moving on to the other ban, I said Timbersaw earlier. Timbersaw, as of late, he's been seeing a lot of play, and I actually watched a game recently very recently, where Timbersaw just made the difference for his team. Reactive armor, that's free armor that he gets. He can pretty much survive any right click or all the right click damage coming up from that once he gets up to 16 stacks when he's maxed out on that. If he does get a Bloodstone early on and just doesn't die, which is what happened in the game that we watched, he pretty much, I mean, it's impossible to kill him. He has a Bloodstone. Even if you do kill him, he'll come back in like 10 seconds because he has 20 Bloodstone charges. So TimberSaw being banned out, this is going to get rid of that high burst damage early on and late game tankiness. Just get him out of the pool.
Radiant team.
So personal space invaders don't want to face that. And actually, TimberSaw versus Weaver, I just realized Weaver pretty much gives TimberSaw free reactive armor stacks naturally because of Gemini attack. So we got a Lifestealer going to be the last ban out by Pelit. Not too surprised about that. Lifestealer, still a very powerful carry. I think he's going to be seeing some more nerfs soon, which still probably people will still pick him up because Lifestealer is just one of those carries you can put in the front line. You don't have to worry about babysitting once he's already in the front line killing stuff. He can survive on his own, and if he can't, or if things are going bad for him, he can just infest a creep and probably get away. So having him banned out, get him out of the pool, makes total sense. Also, I think Lifestealer does well versus Troll Warlord, because Troll Warlord really relies on his Whirling Axis plus his Forever stacks, and if he can't get his if he cannot get his mischance on top of the person he's fighting against, he'll probably lose that fight, bashes or not. So anyway, we got a Bloodseeker pickup, guys, and I heard earlier, rumor had it that this is being played in the new version of Dota, and the patch went live today. I haven't confirmed nor denied that because I kind of just got home and I just jumped on the computer and said, "Hey, Cass," I was like, "Sure, why not?" But that said, we might be able to see a 4,000 movement speed Bloodseeker. I think that's a high. No, I seen a 10,000 movement speed Bloodseeker. But basically, they reworked Bloodseeker in the last patch, and if I had my cursor, I will point to it. But I don't have my cursor because it's disappearing on me.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, Dota, I love you too. Alright, so my cursor is doing some nice little mad trickery. So anyway, there we go. Hold on, I can aim at this. There we go. Bloodbath, not Bloodbath. Thirst. So see, did it change? Did it change? Yes, okay, so this is the new patch is applied. That means Bloodseeker will have no movement speed cap whenever he does smell blood, and that means that he could potentially get up to some ridiculously high movement speed numbers. I'm just excited to see how this is going to play out in this in the new game. So that means everybody else is all new too. We see Lifestealer, he probably had his nerfs as well, but I don't remember anybody else's buffs / nerfs except for Bloodseekers, because that was the most significant to me. Because I think Bloodseeker is awesome, just nobody wants to play him ever. That's it, Night Stalker. He's also another one who I watched a lot, and he could potentially do some cool things in his match. His ult has some nice reworks, but we're not going to talk about it unless it's picked up. Talking about what's here though, we see a Chin pick up by Personal Space Invaders, so they're gonna probably go for that early push your towers as fast as we can with this Chin, and then later on Chin will just rotate into a natural support role and just call people back to base if they're in trouble, which that can be purged, and he can also just throw his hand to God when it's needed. So Chin, a very solid pickup for that support, and also Dragonite, a nice pickup as well. Dragonite versus pretty much anybody who tries to engage on him. He can get a free stun off the top of him. There's really nobody with any hard stuns yet. Troll Warlord has a bash, yes, but that's not reliable. Visage, he does have his familiars. That's a stun on the side of Pelit. And Bloodseeker, well, he doesn't have any stuns. That's one of his drawbacks, unless you get to Basher.
Lion.
So that's it. Oh, there we go. We got Stun City right there. Lion is picked up by Pelit. He'll probably be playing the support, so it'll be a Visage Lion plus a Troll Warlord tri-lane, and then we'll have a Bloodseeker run the off-lane, or it might be a tri-lane with the Bloodseeker, Visage, and Lion, and Troll running the off-lane. They can do either one. A lot of flexibility come up from the lineup. As on the side of Personal Space Invaders though, they banned out the Enigma, so they don't want to face that big ult, and also Venomance was banned out by Pelit. One reason why I can see Venomancer being banned out by Pelit, one of my friends was pointing out to me is that Venomancer, he does a high amount of damage now with the new patchwork, and I still don't see Venomancer as a valuable pick, but he gets banned out, so Pelit don't want to face that extra damage that he gets from that. And we got a Juggernaut going to be the last pickup as Personal Space Invaders. So what I was going to say is that they don't really have all that great of a carry. Dragonite, yeah, he can carry. If he can get big enough, he can probably carry harder than even Troll with the bashes. But I still don't want to put Dragonite in that category of the hard carry that they need. But he's gonna have to play a role now because Juggernaut, more so mid-game aggression. We might. No, we won't. We won't. I was about to say we might see a support Juggernaut with just a healing more for pushes, but really hard to tell. Really hard to tell. But having that Juggernaut pickup though, that means these guys are probably going to be going for that push because you have the Juggernaut plus a Chin. Chin creeps, they'll be able to tank up the tower. Juggernaut healing war will be able to heal up the creeps while they're tanking up damage. It's going to be a nice fun party where nobody dies when they push that tower. So Pelit will probably have to carry a lot of TP scrolls. And Bloodseeker is probably going to be off on the side farming all by his lonesome. Alright, so if I could ever find my cursor. Alright, this is not good.
Prepare for battle.
Alright, so I cannot find my cursor. My cursor's stuck somewhere. This is, hashtag frustrating. Hold on, hold on. Pause. I gotta restart. Alright, I'll jump back into this game. Oh man, I feel bad. Since when do you ever pause for a spectator? Alright, so I gotta restart Dota because my cursor got stuck. Dat Alt Tab. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. There we go. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. Alright, but yeah, so potential things we can see from those team matchups though, I'm expecting to see a lot of early game aggression coming out from the Radiant side because they have the Juggernaut, they have the Chin, they can be aggressive early and they should be aggressive early. But the thing I have to be very careful about is that Bloodseeker, he'll probably hit his stride as well in the mid game. Or if they haven't taken down like, you know, maybe 3 towers, then Bloodseeker is gonna go around, TP into a fight that's about to happen, just rapture one person, get a whole bunch of move speed because somebody's low, and then he'll probably silence somebody else and then just kill everybody. And also having the Lion is helping them out a lot because that gives them all the CC that they needed to actually do anything. So we're going to see a lot of creative things come out for this matchup. I can tell you that already. And shout out to, of course, ShowMatch. ShowMatch.it. That is an Italian website, but it's still a really awesome website. They are the ones who are hosting this entire tournament. They're actually hosted by a host cross host. I have checked out that webpage before. I think they host web pages stuff. Like they do all your servers type stuff. If you need a server hosted, they do all your virtualization hosting stuff. But I couldn't really read it because it was in a different language, and I don't speak that language. I don't know what language it was. So yeah, so that was happening. And my cursor's back. My cursor's back. Too bad. Alright, cool. Man, how often do you have to pause a game because the caster is having issues? Jeez. Next level Dota, guys. Next level Dota. Alright, last season and nines, those are up. So you guys can see on that. I'm gonna go ahead and do introductions. Start off with the personal space invaders. Starting off with this Weaver. We see Woosa on that Weaver. Moving over to this DK/Dragon Knight or Donkey Kong or Diddy Kong, whatever you want to call him. We see Orsmond on him. Moving on to Chin, we see Thorns, right? T-Torns on Chin. On this Nagasaran with this awesome outfit, which I actually don't think looks all that awesome, but hey, I can still say it looks awesome because it's red. Even though my favorite color is blue. Oh, something different, you know, something different. We see SirCharles.theSecond, so it's obviously a first somewhere. And last but not least, on this Juggernaut, last but not least for the Radiant side, on the Juggernaut we see Pro GI on him, and I think that ends out all the callouts. Oh, we got DC? Okay. I am perfectly fine with that. Moving on to the side of the Dire, we have Papa Melee on that Bloodseeker. On this Puck, we see Tubby on Puck. Moving over to this Visage or Visage, however you want to pronounce it. I think Visage is a cooler way to say it. We see OKC on Visage. And on this Troll Roller, who's obviously trolling in the river, we see Ethan on Troll. And last but not least, on this Lion, who just reconnected, we see Margelina. It's like Mirana's sister or something. We see Margelina on that Lion, and that ends out all the callouts on the map. We see a rotation already coming down. The lanes seem to mesh up pretty well. A dual lane down bottom with Chin in the jungle, so a pseudo tri-lane versus a aggressive tri-lane coming out from the Dire. So Pelit want to go kill something. They want to go and kill everything. Potentially kill everything. Invisibility! So they're looking to get as many kills as possible. They have the Lion Troll and the Visage down here. The question is, where's the Juggernaut for the other side? And Juggernaut is actually in the tri-lane? Okay, yeah, he's in the pseudo tri-lane. So Naga net plus Juggernaut spin. That's a lot. That's easy kill. Easy kill is easy. They can do this all day long. The only question is who's going to be getting caught out first. And because this is a dual lane versus a tri lane, essentially they'll be able to get more levels, get more XP. So we should be seeing personal space invaders be the first set of people to be aggressive, unless Naga Siren steps out of line. Juggernaut should be fine if he steps out of line. He does have the spin to use. And then we got a net actually thrown out by Naga already. Not a really opportune moment to go in for it, but they were thinking about it. Yes, yes. The coveted net plus spin equals win is still what I'm going to fly by. Speaking of things that should fly by, we got Bloodseeker actually up top taking a crap ton of damage from Weaver. He actually might be going down here. So he's trying to get the last hits. He's going to be forced to run away. Weaver does have another Gemini attack in another 6 seconds, or 3 seconds I think. That doesn't matter. Bloodseeker's going to be able to make it out of there alive, but he has a Clothing Blade plus a Stout Shield, and he's out of regen already. And this is also the new Dota, so the new Dota, you cannot pull regen anymore. What you have to do is you have to, or you can activate Tango, like Tango has an active now. Yeah, wait, no. It has another active, where you use it and you can pass it. Like you have to use it to pass it, and it makes like a Tango token, and they can. It's weird. It's weird. I still haven't actually seen it get used yet. But on the bright side, I think you get more Tangos. I'm not too sure. Or is it they just cost more? Oh, they cost less. No, they cost more. Oh, yeah, you get more Tangos. You get one more Tango charge. But you cannot pass them, which makes you sad. So just a few things to try to balance out the game. Make the laning stage a little bit more reliant on the support staying in lane instead of roaming around and killing things. Because I will admit that it was fun to see occasionally. But hey, well, speaking of things that are fun to see, we got Juggernaut actually getting turned to a frog. These guys are they're going to try to go for the kill anyway on top of this line. Line is way too back. Juggernaut getting a massive amounts of damage on top of everybody, but nobody is really here to finish up the damage. Maybe if Chin had showed up with the Satar, they might have been able to get a kill, but there was really nothing that Chin could do. He was not there in time. The net had to be thrown. The net had to be thrown. We also had a rotation coming up from Dragonite down bottom just to get a rune. He will be able to throw a breathe fire on top of Puck soon. Nope, Puck's gonna be able to back away. Oh snap! This mouse. I mean, well, we got Trollor getting really aggressive. Gets hit with the one net, gets hit with another net. He's gonna be able to back it out alive. We got Juggernaut spinning just to dodge some damage. I think he dodged a solo assumption charge because of that. Visage really wants his kill. Healing style popped out by Juggernaut. He will be able to block all that damage. No more damage coming towards him. Very lucky Juggernaut. Very well timed on his healing salve as well. But Visage popped a Grave Chill just to be more aggressive because he does get a whole bunch of move speed for free from that. I mean, Bloodseeker does smell blood right now, and I really want to see the vision just to see how this works. Because it's freaking awesome. So I don't know who Bloodseeker sees. Don't know who Bloodseeker's blood he sees. He probably sees these two down here, because they're below 50%. Or Juggernaut. And the ping is coming on the map and saying, hey, go for Juggernaut. Juggernaut can't really do anything to hide. He is revealed completely. Well, not completely. His model is revealed by the Bloodseeker, so they should be able to see that. They should be able to see just the Bloodseeker there. Like you can no longer see the vision around them. You can only see their character model. So it's like you're watching them in Fog of War. It's like you're watching this courier. That's what you see. You see them, but just pretend that they are the courier. So that's a new mechanic. I'm pretty excited for that mechanic because it's gonna make this game interesting. It's gonna make Juggernaut a liable pick, more liable than before. Meanwhile, we got a Harpy Stormcrafter coming into the lane. I love Harpy Stormcrafters because it's free damage right there. That's what is that? 140 damage nuke. For 50 mana, and this thing has a mana pool of 540. Are you kidding me? That's like 11. That's almost 11. If you can get us some regen, that's 11. That's 11 times you can use that. That's a lot of damage you can do over time, and it forces these guys to focus on it because it's just being such a nuisance. Free damage on Troll. Actually, Troll might be a little bit trouble. Naga had a net that just might have been a dead Troll. The Troll will be able to make us alive. And we got Juggernaut actually getting turned to a frog. Spins just in time to dodge the soul assumption charges. I don't think it would have been enough, but it would have been close. It would have been very close. And now we got a Satar Mind Steal showing up. It does have mana break, or mana burn. So it can go burn some free mana. Looks like Chin's going to go and suicide it in. Some really creative creep play getting used by Chin. I'm really digging all this creep play, because for some reason people don't like to pick up the Harpy Stormcrafter. It's a freaking awesome creep. It's a small camp creep to begin with. So I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. Like if it does die, it doesn't give a lot. And the thing on top of that is spell is extremely spammable because you can just pop it all the time. Anyway, Juggernaut gonna go ahead and use that Tango from his ally. I think Naga just uses active on it. which I really do need to go and play with the new stuff that's in the game now, because it changes the way the game should be played. Like, oh man, hold on, never mind. It changes the way the game should be played though, because the supports can't necessarily just leave their lane, because that's, like I said before, that was one of the biggest things that supports did. You basically had your carry get to like level 3, level 4, and then you left your lane permanently. They got free farm, and things happen around the map. But now the supports have to hang around a lot longer, because their carries can't necessarily just borrow all their regen. They can't. The supports have to show up and actually use the regen on them in order for the carries to use it. So, I still one mechanic. I know it's a very small mechanic. It's, oh man, speaking of small mechanics, we got Juggernaut take a whole bunch of damage down bottom. He's gonna be able to survive. Nope, right click coming out from Visage from downtown. Visage gets it, even though Juggernaut was spinning. It doesn't protect him from physical damage. And now we got the TP coming in, or TP coming out. Looks like Nagasawa went back to base. Not too sure. Does Bloodseeker smell blood is a big question. He does not smell nothing. Nobody's low enough. Lion is close though. Lion is. Oh no, the same team. Same team. Minor aggression coming out from the Radiant side, the Dire side. They're trying to see. Pelit are trying to see if they can place a ward, and they do get the ward down right around the backside. I think the Radiant did see that up, so personal space PSI, they should soon get something to de-ward that, because that is a very important ward to have. That basically gives rid of all your surprise. All the element surprise that you had, it gets rid of every single bit of it. Yeah, speaking of element surprise, we got Juggernaut going to go ahead and spin in. He's not level 6 yet, but it doesn't matter. Lion's taking a massive amount of damage. Looks like he's going to be going down for his Cholo. Cholo's going to actually turn on. Juggernaut taking a whole bunch of damage. He's going down. Meanwhile, on the front side, we got Puck. Beautiful ult catching two. Besides, he will not survive. He almost survived with the breeze fire coming off of Dragonite. Had to pick him off. And speaking of things getting picked off, Cholo got himself a Dragonite. He also got himself a... Well, no, Lion. Never mind. Lion got himself somebody. And now Chin shot him run. Cholo says, hey bro, I got ranged. And that is a dead thing. And the Wildking's trying to de-ward. It's gonna go ahead and miss. Oh my god. All that just to de-ward, and it couldn't de-ward in time. The Wildking trying really hard to de-ward, but really that was more so a result of this Absorber being placed down here. Because really, what did this ward show them? This ward showed Pelit on the Dire side that there was one person coming here. Juggernaut was getting really aggressive, and there was another support cutting off into the side. So with that immediately rings bells in your head, because you're missing mid as well, that hey, there's probably rotation coming in, these guys are being aggressive, we need to back up. And that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what happened. They backed up, and the fight went their way. Troll was able to single out the Juggernaut along with the Lion. And if Juggernaut was level 6 though, I think Juggernaut would have been able to survive, maybe get himself 2 kills out of that. But not having level 6, it's really hurting him right now. And speaking of people who are not level 6, or, well, I said that wrong. Speaking of people in level 6, I think, we have Bloodseeker's level 7 versus the Weaver, who is level 7, probably on the same on par with him. He's level 8. But you know, there's another thing too. This means Bloodseeker can no longer fully reveal you when you're low HP. So, oh wait, no, there we go. So, Bloodseeker gains True Sight on enemy heroes below half their... Wait, it says True Sight? Huh. So he gains True Sight of even people who are invis when they're below half HP. I mean, like Bloodseeker being able to move at super fast movement speeds, that sounds awesome and all, but still, you have to worry about the balance of the game. And I don't know how balanced Bloodseeker having global True Sight of somebody like a Weaver or Ricky. I don't see how that can be all that fun / fair. But anyway, this game's Dota. It's not about fairness, it's about exploitation. How well can you exploit your enemy's weaknesses? And it looks like right now Bloodseeker, Weaver's gonna go ahead and exploit the weakness of the creeps. They have ADD, and then we got Bloodseeker ulti getting used on Weaver. Weaver's gonna go ahead and TP out because Bloodseeker has nothing to stop him. If only Bloodseeker had a basher. Doesn't have it. Weaver's gonna go ahead and stand still. Bloodseeker, he should be able to make himself. Nope, never mind. Weaver's healed up too much. So he should be able to run away. Now we got the DK actually getting silenced up by the Bloodseeker. No stun coming out from DK just yet. He doesn't have enough mana for it, or he was silenced up. He does have mana for it though. He could throw it out. He will turn around, throw it onto a Bloodseeker, and there's DK going to be going onto the puck. One way or another, he's going to die. But better to feed it to Puck than feed it to Bloodseeker. But even that's it. That's like the lesser of two evils, because Puck is getting close to a Blink Dagger. Meanwhile, down bottom we got Naga. She's in the jungle getting hit with a few people. We got Juggernaut give himself a nice little chunk of damage on top of Lion, but Juggernaut once again getting turned into a Froggy right after Lion. I'm sorry, right after Lion came through, and then we got Healing Ward getting killed. Juggernaut still trying to run. Troll still chasing. Troll really wants his kill, getting those forever stacks for sure, but Juggernaut just moving a little bit too fast. Juggernaut no phase boost. Troll has phase boost. Will Troll be able to get the kill? No, he will not be able to get the kill, but this Lion will be able to catch that kill on top of Chin. Easiest kill of his life. Thorns going down to the fire of Marjolaine, or Marjana. However you pronounce that. So really, both sides are. It seems like a more even game than it is. Of course, Pelit had the better kill counter right now because the bottom lane has been doing really well. So the aggressive tri lane definitely paying out, and it has been able to halt anything coming out from the safe lane of the PSI, Personal Space Invaders. But that said, it's really hard to say that they're really all that far ahead. Weaver, yeah, sure, Weaver's only hasn't died just yet, but Weaver, he can become a very, very potent person, a very big X factor in the mid game. Just not with that build. I think he's going for Lincoln's first, so it's going to take him off for his aggression to hit. It's okay. I guess I can finally say it. Yeah, the Dire, Pelit, they do have a really, really strong advantage right now. And if we take a look at the goal graph, we can see that it does show that is the fact of the matter. 1,000 tower goal going their way, so they are up in towers, they are up in kills, they are up in farm, they are up in everything, even XP. And speaking of the XP graph, as I always say about it, the XP graph is relatively irrelevant because the longer the game goes on, the closer converges to 0. But it's still a really nice indicator of where everybody is at this current point in time. And as you guys can see, Pelit, they have the higher levels. That means Bloodseeker is going to be more scary. That means Troll's going to be more scary. That means Puck is going to have a Blink Dagger soon. And actually, oh sorry, my fault. Puck has a Blink Dagger. Speaking of Blink Dagger, she goes ahead and goes up top. Weaver's dead. Weaver's dead. Bloodseeker's still trying to move. Or still getting that move speed. Oh, where'd he go? There he is. Lost track of him. He moves that fast. So, okay, Skype. Alright, Skype, I get it. Go away. There we go. Troll Roller's ulti getting used. These guys are trying to go for the kill on top of Troll, but Troll did pop that ulti, so that top tower will be going down just for a Troll. The Radiant really need to go ahead and claim the tower. They're going to go and try to claim this middle tower, but the Fortify, I don't know if the Fortify is up for the Dire. Looks like it's not. So the Fortify on cooldown right now for the Dire. They will not be able to do anything but try to defend. TP coming in from Lion, who I don't see Lion actually doing much. Luckily, DK's out of mana, so these guys can be aggressive. If DK did have the mana for his Dragon Tail, though, he might have went for it. Now we got the rotation coming from the side. Visage's birds, they will not be able to cut anybody off, or they will not be cutting anybody off. So that will be the end of all that. So while we have a little bit of downtime, let's go and take a look at these items, because they are very important, specifically on the side of Pelit. What have Pelit got? Of course, Visage almost has himself a Medallion of Courage, and that means that Roshan will be getting done soon. Troll Wallet has his drums, and middle tower's about to be going down. Troll's ulti is not activated just yet, but once it's activated, this tower's pretty much gone. And that is one thing that I still never consider when I'm talking about Troll Warlord. It's just the ability for Troll Warlord just to pressure all your lanes just by being alive. Yeah, sure, there are a few heroes who can pressure your lane just by not being there, like Ricky, or maybe even Nick Assassin. By him not being on the map, he can just press your lane. But by Troll being alive, pretty much any tower that's left undefended, Troll pops an ulti and everybody can just become a machine gun and just destroy that thing, demolish everything. And Troll's ulti, there we go. Speaking of that, when it gets used, he's trying to kill some of the creeps down bottom. He's trying to help his team kill this middle tower. They're not going to be able to get it just yet. We got the Puck. She's going to go and throw the Lucio. Gets netted up on the Naga. Beautiful net coming from her. No blink forward from Puck. Tower's still here. No deny coming out just yet. Deny does go through, so DK able to claim that one. Juggernaut healing one thrown down, and Weaver's going forward. Pink's coming on the map saying, hey bro, we need to run. Troll gonna go and pop those rolling axes. Weaver can't really do anything. He's too slowed by the Grave Chill. And the middle tower will be going down. So really good play coming out for the Radiant, but the question is, how will they be able to follow up? How will they be able to follow up? They will be able to follow up by getting themselves a nice little Naga ult, and the Dire are going to be on live. Puck going down, not the best of people to have dead on your team, especially since Bloodseeker's, well actually no, Bloodseeker dead. Bloodseeker doesn't have all that much damage just yet. Once he gets his damage, he'll be very scary. But right now, he's not a big factor. Bloodseeker really needs a Yasha. But Puck going down. No more initiation for these guys. The Radiant is gonna go and start playing 5-man Dota by the look of it. Yeah, of course, Chen is doing what he's doing, but he's trying to get the mechanism for his team.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pink's coming up top, saying the rune is here. The rune is there. Rune is somewhere. Rune is everywhere. and nowhere. So yes, continue looking at the items. Like I said before, the Dyer's items looking very scary. But that said, DK, he's slowly but surely, so he can actually Shadow Blade in and get a Dragon Tail. Or he can Dragon Tail and Shadow Blade out if he wants to. He can pretty much sneak up on people with that. That's his goal. Weaver getting closer and closer to that Link Sphere. Now we got Roshan getting done right now by the Dyer. That is a huge frog. That's a huge frog. That's like Ice Frog's cousin. And Smoking Deceit getting used. Not sure what that Smoking Deceit was for. Oh, I think I know what it was for. I think it was to detect, see if anybody was there, but nobody was there. Roshan will be getting done. Aegis. No, it's Aegis. Roshan, if that was a well-timed, well-timed Sator Shockwave, and he killed Roshan, I would have been like, I would have flipped out. Anyway, up top we got Weaver eating a whole bunch of damage. Not really much you can do to run away. Bloodseeker a little bit too strong versus Weaver, who's trying to run, especially when Rapture's on top of him. And they're gonna continue to push. And oh my gosh, I had that hat too. It's a freaking awesome hat. Yep, I had the Bone Hunter Skull Guard. So Ping's coming on the map. They're saying, hey, there's somebody coming on the side. So this looks like this might be initiation. Naga ult is not up yet though. Bloodseeker ult will be back up another 48 seconds. So he'll be ready to be aggressive on that. Troll does have Aegis. He's going for a Helmet of Dominator by looks of it. And he'll probably have himself a nice little Alpha Wolf to follow afterwards. But besides having that Medallion of Courage, help these guys get that Roshan easy peasy lemon squeezy. Roshan, or the Troll Waller ult helping out as well. And I got messages. I think I got messages, I don't know. There we go. Alright, cool. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Nothing bad has happened yet. I'm glad. So we got a smoke gang coming on from both sides. Smoke gang looks like they'll be rotating both towards the middle, which would be the most awkward of smoke gangs. But Central's going to scout out these guys if these guys do have, or pay attention to it. Don't forget the Central Wars, they do not provide their own vision anymore as of the new patch. So yeah, people running over them, I guess, with smokes, it doesn't really matter anymore. I feel like if they were watching though, nah, that shouldn't be revealed. Troll will be coming through, trying to see if he can find anybody. Will not be a fine thing, but a whole bunch of creeps. And the pings come in the map saying, hey, they're in our jungle. They do know something's up. The Sator Conqueror will be able to scout these guys out. The smoke does end. I don't know if that revealed it, but the smoke did end nonetheless. And we got Blink 4 coming up from Puck. Puck throws an ulti, just catches a Weaver. Bloodseeker should be able to have true sight of that Weaver, but Weaver not dead just yet. Weaver pops his ult, goes back into the middle of the fight. I think he's dead now, but no, Puck is not dead somehow. Meanwhile, we got Weaver going. There we go. Weaver finally does go down. Troll Lord Aegis has popped already. Ulted from Bloodseeker, used on top of Chin. Not the best of people, but just make sure he doesn't go anywhere. No-handed guy from Chin, I think has already popped. And now we got TP coming out from Juggernaut. He's going to make us alive. DK, he's going to try to make it alive too. He did pop his Shadow Blade. And it looks like Bloodseeker not able to follow up on that vision of that. So it's not true sight, it's just sight. As I expected, because otherwise they would have been able to kill DK. And DK does come back into the fight, gets himself a nice little Dragon Tail on top of Bloodseeker, the most important target. Does get the kill on top of him. That's going to delay anything Bloodseeker was going for, such as the Yasha. And we got Smoker Deceit getting used. I'm not too sure what that means, that they disappear from the minimap completely, because that part confused me. But yes, Lion does finally go down. And what I was saying by that part, there was a line in the new patch notes that said when you smoke a deceit, it no longer reveals, like if you're revealed, it doesn't reveal you on the map, it keeps you hidden from the map. So I think that means that you pop a smoke of deceit, and unless a hero sees you, you stay disappear off the map. But you can still get revealed and not appear on the mini. I don't know. That part confused me. I will definitely go clarify afterwards though. I'll definitely go clarify afterwards. So at the end of the day, the Dyer weren't really able to do much. I can't say I'm disappointed in Bloodseeker yet. I'm not disappointed in Bloodseeker. It's as far as his ability to actually carry his team, but he just needs more items. Movement speed is great, but you still need damage. You still need damage, and DK, one of the better people to handle all that damage coming his way with those Dragon Blood points. I mean, 2 points in Dragon Blood. That's pretty much, was that 4 or 6 armor? 6 armor. 6 armor going his way. That means Bloodseeker hits for that much less. Which Bloodseeker, he hits for not a lot to begin with. 236 damage, or well, 136 damage. And man, I'm getting messages. What are these messages for? And we got Puck getting a nice little drink call on top of Weaver. Weaver is going to pop the ult to just get rid of the dust, but I think he's still going to be going down. Central was placed down as well. Weaver trying to run away. He does get hit with the damage coming off from the side. So we were almost able to escape, but he's not able to get out of them. Who is messaging me? Slight echo. Okay, cool.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Alright, yes, slight echo. Don't know what I can do about that. I have all my streams turned off. Hold on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, everything's turned off. Sorry. Anyway, alright. So somebody said there was a slight echo inside the Twitch. Inside the Twitch. But I can't really talk about that. We got Lion getting an ulti right off the top of Naga Siren. No ulti for you. Weaver is already dead as well. Juggernaut spinning around inside, gets himself a kill on top of Lion. That was really all they got, and they lost the tower as well. Not a good fight at all for anybody. And oh man, okay, I can't think of where this echo's coming from. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, so fight does end. Cool, perfect timing. Twitch, you paused. This is paused, this is off, this is off. Hello. Hello. I do see the echo. I see the echo, but I don't know where it's coming from. Hello. It's actually kind of scary. Alright. So echo, yes, echo's going on. I can't troubleshoot it right now. Well, I can troubleshoot it right now, but there are things to talk about on the map as well. Things to talk about while I'm troubleshooting my echoes, because echoes are bad. Echoes are no fun. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and close this. Yeah, let's close that. And close that. So I think let's talk about the items, because the items, DK getting himself a BKB, that's going to be important. Weaver not all that close to a Lincoln Sphere just yet. He's going to have the ultimate up soon, but he really needs to start building his damage, because Bloodseeker, he's starting to get to the point where he's building his damage in the form of a Diffusal Blade, as opposed to a Yasha, which I would much prefer to see Yasha. I don't like Sanjin Yasha in general on Bloodseeker, because it's like once Bloodseeker builds a Sanjin Yasha, that's usually all he has time to build before he needs to step up to the plate and become the hard carry for his team and just kill everybody. And it usually doesn't end up happening that way. It usually ends up failing very badly. So Sanjin Yasha not the best of items to go for. It kind of puts like a invisible ice ceiling or ice wall on top of you. But seeing the Diffusal Blade, I'm actually excited about that, because he'll be able to purge off the Chin call back home, which is another mechanic built into the new patch. You can purge that off of people now, so that means he could potentially stop somebody from getting saved. But really, Chin has not really been using that to save anybody yet, or this whole entire game. So, actually, is that the first point he has of it? Nope, that's not the first point he has of it. Anyway, so nonetheless, Bloodseeker going for the Diffusal Blade. Diffusal Blade is finished up. That means he'll be able to have that mana burn. He'll also be able to have that purge to use just to kill somebody in general, and also he can just use it. He can just use it on himself if he does get in trouble. Naga Siren popping the ultis, trying to see if she can catch everybody out. She does catch like two or three Dire people, and the fight will be committed. These guys are going to go for a Radiant, ready to fight. Dire do very smartly still back away. The birds will be going down. Besides, how close is your ulti up? 18 seconds for his ulti. Second bird goes down. Chin with a nice little army of SirCharles conquers. He's been collecting. He's been playing Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. That's what he's been doing. He's been searching that jungle, scouring all the Tower Woods and getting every single SirCharles conquer that existed. Puck gonna go ahead and get initiated on by DK. DK, a nice little stun on top of her. Puck being dead this fast will be really, really good for these guys. Juggernaut ulti bouncing around. Way too many creeps around for him to actually get a kill on top of anything. Gonna go and spin around the backside. Bloodseeker ulti fly on top of Juggernaut. Don't forget that's HP removal, so Juggernaut can't do anything to stop that damage from coming towards him. Bloodseeker gonna chase him to the gates of hell. Does get the kill on top of him. Healing ward did come down from Juggernaut, and it is dead, sadly. Bloodseeker silence on top of DK. Extra damage. DK saying thank you, bro, for the damage, and here's a dead Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker will be dying. There we go. Bloodseeker does go down. Besides, where's Besides? He was only one able to scatter away. And the Dire not able to hold anything really. It's really hard to say. It's really hard to say that it's because of Bloodseeker. Like I can't say that. I think it's more so because there's too many single target focused people versus the better single target focused people inside of PSI. So I guess at the end of the day, yeah, I'm saying it's because the carries are relatively subpar versus the carries on the side of PSI, or Personal Space Invaders. One way to look at it is that Bloodseeker doesn't really win versus DK. I guess at the end of the day, that's what you're looking at. Troll Roller, you can say Troll Roller can match up with the Juggernaut, yeah, but the fact that Troll is still matching up with the Juggernaut, I mean, I still think Troll Roller was one of the few carries who can go toe to toe with Face of Void ultra late game. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because I think Whirling Axes versus Face of Void, who does not have an MKB, will just basically make him not able to do as much damage as he wants to fast enough, and Troll can possibly get a bash in before that happens. But Face of Void's not in this game, so let's not talk about that. Let's go and talk about what's getting done to Roshan, because he's getting murdered right now. He's getting a whole bunch of damage coming towards him from Troll Warlord, a whole bunch of damage coming to him from Puck, and Visage on the backside throwing out the negative armor. The Radiant are not privy of this. They're going to go ahead and send out Centaur Conquerors outside. DK popped his BKB. Oh my gosh, big mistake on his part. He meant to pop the Shadow Blade, but the BKB was there. Probably switched the items recently and forgot which item was on his Shadow Blade, but that means his BKB is going to be on cooldown. That means these guys can't really fight right now. They need to wait the whole time 90 seconds. And Chin, he's going to be in caught inside the woods. Gets hit with the Whirling Axes coming from Troll Wall. Troll Wall ulti getting popped as well. Centaur Conqueror is going to come forward. Gets stunned up by Lion. Does go down as well. More gold for these guys. Saying nom nom nom. Thank you for the gold. DK running around the backside. Shadow Blade. He'll be out of here. Peacing out. And blink forward. Lion has a blink dagger. So Lion with the blink dagger. It's not necessarily as great as a Blink Burrow Strike or a Blink Impale, but it's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. Blink Split Earth. Is that what it's called? Split Earth? Earth Spike. Earth Spike. Blink Earth Spike. It's another initiation ability that Pelit will be able to have for the team. So having Majana, or how do you pronounce that? Having Lion pick that up is gonna be really cool. So many DK illusions! So many DK illusions with +9 armor. Oh man, Blussy is going for a Basher. And or a Sanj. I would like to see a Basher, that'll be cool. Sanj will be decent too. Sanj will basically just keep all the right click damage from DK from coming out, because DK, he's not hitting all that hard yet, but he's still hitting. That's really about it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So yeah, so apparently there's some issues. I think it's more issues with my streaming ability as opposed to with Dota TV. Because with Dota, because Dota's going pretty well. But apparently there's some issues with the some frames seeming to get dropped, which that will be definitely my network, which is my settings on my stream. That's it. Oh my god, the middle tower is going to be going down. Troll is saving his ulti for the next tower. It is level 2 of his ulti, so there's a lot of free action move speed. Attack speed for everybody. Bloodseeker is going to really love that, but Bloodseeker doesn't have a Basher yet, so he's not really going to be able to take advantage of that just yet. Bloodseeker, where's your Basher? And he's going to get it. We got Weaver down bottom, just pushing away. Lincoln Sphere is completely finished, so he'll be able to dodge one spell, and one spell only. He's going to TP out. Very smart play from him. Pings did come from the mini-map. I don't know what line was pinging for, but maybe he's saying Weaver's coming this way. Anywho, Vladimir's offering is up on Troll Warlord, and I'm not a huge fan of the Vladimir's offering for Troll. It's going to be really nice for Bloodseeker when Bloodseeker does get into the fights, but I just don't see it benefiting Troll all that much. The extra increase in damage is really great to have for everybody, so that's a plus. Also, you get the lifesteal when you're in melee form, and also for Bloodseeker, so extra lifesteal for him. Also, lifesteal for you, so that's a plus. But outside of that, I mean, it's a Helmet of Dominator. I would have liked it a lot better. Because Troll could have potentially picked up a creep to give himself a crit. He could have potentially picked up something like an Alpha Wolf, which is over somewhere. Oh, look at that. My phone. But Troll could have potentially picked himself up an Alpha Wolf, which will probably give him a higher amount of damage output for what he spent. So I don't know. It's really hard to argue. It's really hard to argue that Vladimir's offering is bad on Troll. I just don't think it's going to help Troll actually carry or help his team carry. It's definitely going to come down to Bloodseeker carrying his team though. That's definitely a fact. And he is getting those bigger items. He's starting to get scary. If he ever does decide to get a Radiance or a Heart, I mean, either one of those items will be very, very great for him to have. Especially since his team fights seem to be happening for relatively extended periods of time.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So looking at the items really fast before the pending engagement happens, Juggernaut has an axe. I'm not a huge fan of it, but hey, he got more bounces. He might be able to kill somebody solo now. Nagasama getting herself a 4 staff. She is 500 gold away from that. She's probably not going to happen for the next team fight, which will happen relatively soon. Mechanism up on Chin and Force Staff as well, so that's a really nice item for supports to have. So Chin and Nagasaru soon to both have their Force Staffs together to be able to save somebody's life. But also consider that a Force Staff is really good versus Bloodseeker, because if you can kite Bloodseeker, you can pretty much not die. Then again, if Bloodseeker gets his Rapture off on you, and you accidentally Force Staff somebody who's Raptured, I mean, that's like a free damage. That's like Bloodseeker didn't have to buy his own Force Staff. You did it for him. So those are things to consider. Weaver has his Lincoln Sphere, really needs to go and start building damage, but as you can see, he's going for a BKB instead, which means that's going to delay his damage by even more. And really what his team needs, well, his team doesn't necessarily need him to build damage now, but if Weaver did have the damage output, if Weaver did have a Desolator, if Weaver did have an MKB, they just might be able to actually win these fights very, very handily and not just go toe-to-toe with you guys. Anyway, Puck's going to be the first one to get initiated on top of his DK with a beautiful stun. Puck is going to go ahead and TP out, but looks like she does go home. And we've got Lion blinking for a beautiful stun, catching 2, almost 3. Nagasaru ulti flying, Juggernaut ulti flying as well. Who's his buddy going? This is going to be a dead Weaver. No, Weaver's still alive, gets forced that forward. Charles is caught in the middle of it, he does go down, H just popped already. Puck does come back to the fight, jumps up Illusion Road, catches a few people, H just popped, people are still dying. Lion gets hit with the net on the backside, and looks like both sides are going to back their way, back away. Weaver the first one to go down. Chin gonna go and send back to Juggernaut. Juggernaut does go down before he gets sent back. There's also a dead Visage on the floor. Visage is down. Lion's still here, ready to fight, trying to do what he can. He's out of mana. I don't know what much he can do. He's still surviving, still fighting. The Wildcats punch him in the face. Lion still has mana. That's all you need to do. Triple kill for Troll Warlord. And I can't breathe, guys. I don't know what's going on. So at the end of the day, the Dire won the fight. I can see that happening. So, one of the benefits that Dire have with the Bloodseeker being on the team is basically if Bloodseeker gets a hero kill, he can pretty much just get another kill on somebody else or continue to fight because he gets so much HP healed from his Bloodbath. Also, another thing to consider is the fact that Puck didn't die early on. I think she stayed alive for quite a long time and she was able to blink back in, pop a Dream Coil. And that's really, in my opinion, what probably turned the fight. It's hard to tell because so much was going on. And like people were dying and explosions in water and fire everywhere. But at the end of the day, I definitely do think Puck not dying, like the inability for PSI to actually kill the Puck while she was stunned up with the DK's Dragon Tail was definitely what cost him that fight. DK, BKB, I don't know if it was popped in that fight, but I hope it was. Because if not, that'd be pretty strange. So Gold Graph, the Dire are still holding on to it, or sorry, are holding on to it. It did go in favor of PSI temporarily, but that last team fight just went PSI, or went Pelit's way on the Dire side, so they were able to claim all of that gold from that. And they're also able to claim the tower too. Excuse me, so far, the towers are in favor of Pelit. Which basically, if you put that into the factor, if you put that into the equation, Pelit are really only up by 3,000 gold. But the XP graph does show a better picture for Pelit. They have been winning the team fights, even though both sides have been technically playing 5-man Dota when these fights have been happening, or in between the fights. Really, they've been pretty much traveling all together. Pelit have been able to pull away with the XP because they've been able to get the more efficient farm. Speaking of more efficient farm, Bloodseeker trying to look for that farm, not going to be able to run away. DK, Dragon Tail coming out, boom, does get it. DK popped himself a BKB as well. Bloodseeker, he's going to be going down, trying to run away. He wishes somebody was low right now, but nobody's going to get low enough for him to actually get killed. Ult again popped by Bloodseeker. I think he got on Juggernaut. The Juggernaut's going to go ahead and stand still, TP out. Lion comes forward, throws out a stun. Will Lion be able to get the kill? A little bit more damage is all he needs. Does get the kill. Juggernaut trying to ult. Looks up, but he wasn't able to get it fast enough. Puck killed him too darn fast. And these guys will be happy about that. And Bloodseeker does buy back. I don't think that was necessarily necessary, but he does buy back. Looks like these guys want to go ahead and push their advantage, or push the potential advantage that they have. And Chin's army. No, not his army. He worked so hard for these. It's like I had a level 76 Rapidos, and you just killed it with the magic carp who you splash. I don't understand. Anyway. That's kind of what Puck looks like, isn't it? A magic carp, a blue magic carp that actually does something. Ooh, a Gyarados. There you go. She's like Gyarados' little sister. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so pretending that didn't happen, looking at the items, we can see that the Shadow Blade is up on Troll Warlord, so he'll be able to actually keep up with people now, I guess. Basher's up on Bloodseeker. he really needs to start, or he needs some more damage as well as Weaver. So I guess if you look at that aspect, Weaver versus Bloodseeker, they both still need damage to actually do something. But even with that said, oh man, I forgot the new Roshan timer. Right, there's a new Roshan timer, right? So the Roshan timer is basically 10 minutes plus, or sorry, it's between 8 minutes and 13 minutes, or it's between 8 minutes and 12 minutes, whatever the time between that is. So we know exactly when the timer is coming up, but the players don't really know when Roshan's coming back up because the timer is just so random relative to them. They know that they have to check it after 8 minutes they have to check it pretty much every minute just to see if it's up. And that adds some randomness. That encourages players to not just camp around the Rosh pit and have the team fights happen there all the time. That encourages them to go try to push the tower and then go check Roshan again, and then push the tower and then go check Roshan again. So the game does still revolve around this Roshan pit. I think the next big fight will happen around this pit, but it will not happen as methodically every single game, which is I'm actually excited to see. But Roshan should be back up in the next like 10-20 seconds. I don't know. I don't know how to read this timer yet. I'm assuming this is like the micro timer, so whenever this ticks down in the middle, that seems to be what they want me to believe. Yeah, so whenever that ticks down, that's like the randomness. Okay, Valve, I understand. So I'm trying to see if there's any items that are sticking out like a sore thumb that I have missed completely. Okay, DK, he's going for a AC. Once that's up, it's going to be a very nice item for him to have. Besides, he's going for Aghanim Scepter, and Sanjiyanshi is up on Troll Lord. Also, so is a Butterfly. So the Butterfly's up on Troll. He actually has damage now. He can actually do something. He can survive these fights, and we got the fight happening. We got DK actually turn around. Bloodseeker did see him on the backside. Bloodseeker going to get exploded. Oh my gosh, so much focus fire on top of him. Puck, beautiful ulti, catching two, but BKB's on DK. DK gives zero craps right now. But with the Bloodseeker down, Bloodseeker, he can't show up to the fight. I mean, he bought back last time, so that means he has more time added to his buyback timer. And on top of that, he doesn't have buyback right now. So really, the Radiant don't have much to fear. Bloodseeker's really the biggest issue that they have to deal with. And if they can just get him every single time like that, I mean, that'd be great. They're just gonna win this game easy. But of course, the game is not as easy as it seems. Desperate Appearance plus a Naga Siren ulti getting used, not that big of a deal. Naga Siren ulti, it is on a 120-second cooldown. Not that long. She's gonna go and pop it just to make sure they got Aegis. Pop the dust, see if they can catch a troll. See if they can catch him trying to snipe an Aegis. And they got in TP out. I mean, it's not that big of an investment. Not that big of an investment to have a Naga Siren pop her ult and pop a dust just to see if they can get the kill on top of troll. But I still would like to see a gem on their side. There is a gem on the field. Oh, there's a gem. All right, now there's a gem. It's like they're listening to me, guys. Oh my gosh. AC is up on Dragonite. So DK will be able to get that negative armor on everybody who matters, or who it matters to. Meanwhile, Puck is in the jungle. She's trying to build herself what looks to be a sheep stick, which be good versus a DK. Hold on, was she working on a while ago? I feel like somebody was working on a sheep stick, or no, Heaven's Halberd. Somebody was working on a Sanj, I think. Or I don't know. I mentioned something about Heaven's Halberd earlier, and having to disable would be good versus DK. I remember saying something like that. Yeah, not too sure. Not too clear on what I was saying about that. So anyway, DK AC is up though. That's gonna help us team out with that push. So they just might be able to break the high ground. But speaking of high grounds getting broken, that bottom set of towers. Wow, I totally missed that. Bottom tower goes down. Also one Rax as well. I mean, just casually, I'm talking about things while Raxes are dying. So somebody came down bottom, just backdoored like a boss. It was probably troll. Just trolling. Just trolling. We have Naga solo farming down bottom. People are missing on the map for their dire side, so Naga needs to be a little bit careful, especially with Troll coming on through. His Shadow Blade's up. He has more than enough damage to kill Naga. Sadly, Naga's ulti is up in another 12 seconds, but Troll will not be able to close that gap in time. Arrows are being drawn on the map saying, hey, let's go this way. It looks like they want to go for the chin wraparound to try to catch out anybody in the jungle. Nobody's there, though. Nobody's home. Papa Melee on that Bloodseeker's trying to see if he can find some room to actually get a kill. He's showing to the fight. Okay, so big issues happened on my part. You guys just missed a whole entire 2 minutes. I was trying to let it play for as long as it could to get you guys, make sure you guys caught the fight that happened. But really, you didn't miss much. A fight happened up top. Top racks did go down. A lot of people on the Radiant side died, and they all just bought back because the Dire were starting to knock on the door. But at the end of the day, the Dire did lose the top tower. I did lose connection to my internet, but I am all fine and dandy, I hope, right now. I really do hope things are good now. But you guys did miss a whole entire chunk of 2 minutes. You just missed one minor team fight relative to all the other team fights we've seen. And everything else you didn't miss a beat though. I will let you guys know that much. Let you guys know they bought back on the Radiant side and Dire backed up. So we're back to some peaceful times now. Alright, so taking a look at the net worth, so I can see who's worth the most on the map. Surprisingly, Troll Warlord. He's worth way more than Dragonite. I'm actually extremely surprised about that. Butterfly, Boots of Travel, Signs and Yasa, a lot of him is offering. He's not 6 slotted yet by far. He definitely needs to go ahead and get himself something like a Helmet of Dominator into Satanic, or maybe even just get himself an MKB, just so he can access extra damage. And also the Mini Stun. Or maybe no, he can't get a Basher. But yeah, the MKB would be really nice, just for the extra damage. I don't think it gives him the other stuff, like the Mini Bash. I'm not too sure what the interactions between that plus MKB are. But anyway, speaking of Mini Bash, check out the massive bash on Bloodseeker. Got himself an A-Blade built up, ready to go, ready to fight. He has some HP now, so Bloodseeker's gonna be able to survive these fights. All he needs now, I really do think Bloodseeker needs a BKB, but speaking of that, they're gonna wrap around gank on the top lane. The whole entire Radiant side are here. I don't think these guys can massive TP out. They will not be able to TP out in time. The whole entire Dire side show up from middle of nowhere. They're gonna be able to get the kill instantly on top of somebody. No, DK is a little bit too survivable. Nagasara ulti getting used. Beautiful ult from her. Hand of God coming up from Chin. What if the birds do go down now? We got Weaver actually even caught it. He's gonna be the focus of everything. Not able to pop his ulti. If he would have popped the ulti, he just might have been able to do something. Gets all that time added to his added to his respawn time. A lot of damage coming the way of the Juggernaut. Juggernaut trying to run. Gets A-bladed up. Dies. Goes down. Nagasara, the only survivor. She TP'd out before things got too hot and heavy, and nobody else really TP'd out. So probably one of the best possible fights the Dire could have ever hoped for did just happen. Some really, really good play coming up from the Dire. Really nice wraparound gank. They literally just casually walked over here, showed up, let Nagasara pop her ult, and the Radiant side. I think the Radiant should just backed out at that point. But they didn't expect the damage output coming out from Bloodseeker or coming out from Troll Warlord, who they actually have damage now. Bloodseeker has an A-Blade. That's what, a 60 extra damage plus bash. Oh, sorry, 100 extra damage. My fault. I'm taking numbers away from plus bash. Also, Troll, he has a butterfly. And these guys will be able to just tear down anything they want. They're gonna go and start working on one set of racks. They can just rotate up top, kill that lone racks. They can send Troll by himself or send somebody else. It doesn't really matter. And they also have this bottom tower that they're gonna go for. Troll's ulti's back up in 16 seconds, so he'll be able to do it all over again. They'll be ready to fight when these guys do come back up. But the Radiant have already lost this. This will be the second set of racks that they lost. And one Rax is what they're holding on to up top. GG well played coming out from the DK. They're gonna go ahead and tap out. Call it right here. That was a puck ulti getting thrown out. Celebratory puck ulti. And Juggernaut ulti inside the fountain. And the Ancient explodes. So I lost internet. The Ancient exploded and Bloodseeker's team won. So heck yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. So yes, my name is CulBlu. I brought you guys the Heaven and Hell Dota 2 tournament. This is one of the losers brackets matches. I don't know which bracket or which area we're in on this loser bracket match, but it is one of the matches that happened. What that basically means is that PSI or Personal Space Invaders, they are out of the tournament as far as I know. I'm not too sure if it's going to be like a triple elimination thing, but I'm assuming it's a double elimination. So that means Pelit do live to fight another day, so they'll be moving on to the next round. So anyway, for everybody who's watching on Twitch TV, thank you guys for watching. Sorry about the big hiccup in the middle of that. For everybody who's watching the recording on YouTube, thank you guys for sticking with me. Some issues happen, yes, but I'm gonna like snip these videos together. So sorry you guys missed about 2 minutes as well. And everybody watching the Dota TV, thank you guys for watching as well. Like I said, my name is CulBlu. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys whenever.